All right, let's do this.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here on another episode of Free Beer with Charlie. We're here at the studio, the world famous Mermaid Lounge. I'm Big Al, and this is Charlie.
Hey everybody, how's our free beer community? We hope your week has been fantastic.
Oh, it's
Big
been
Al?
a great week
Oh,
right here.
It has been. It's getting that time of year. You know, leaves are falling, fireplaces are starting to fire up.
Yeah,
and
it's time to start looking at some stouts.
Yes.
You know,
we get excited.
Yeah.
You know, there's something about, you come home after a hard day's work and you're worn out, you take a shower and you have a good meal, and there's something about sitting down and cracking that stout.
Yeah. So Charlie, I know last episode that we had, we put out a video that talked a little bit about our Mermaid Lounge,
yes.
where it got its name,
yeah,
where the mermaid comes from.
Right, and I didn't realize we hadn't talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to tonight look at another legendary beast, although this one is actually for real, another ocean beast. Of course, our mermaids here are more like lake mermaids, I guess.
Well, you got to remember though that pirates are where the legend of the mermaids came from, which were in the oceans, but now, they're lake creatures because of climate change, of course.
Well, of course, yeah. They're having to move inward.
And
inland.
All the waterways lead to the ocean.
Oh, you can get there from here.
Oh, yeah.
So
a lot of canoeing, a couple of portages, but you can make it.
But this legendary beast is legendary but real. So that's the narwhal.
The narwhal.
Yeah. You know anything about the narwhal?
Well, they're kind of like the unicorn of the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my understanding is they're a cold water animal. They stick around the Arctic Ocean.
No, it's a whale. It does actually breathe air and everything.
Yes. And I guess that they've adapted over time because they have not a lot of predators, but I guess they get attacked by walrus and polar bears. So they've learned to hold their breath and, dive deep, deep, deep. And that's probably where the stout's coming from, because of the dark depths of the Arctic Ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to try this one.
I can't either.
So today we have another beer coming out of Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. We've tried several of their beers and we really like them. They do a really good job.
Yeah, and if you get a chance, go to our reviewed beers on freebeerwithcharlie.com and check out all of our beers we reviewed from Sierra Nevada. They have a plethora of beer.
Yeah, now Ken Grossman was the starter of the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Do we know anything about his history, or?
Yeah, well, Sierra Nevada officially kicked off in 1980, so they were kind of on the forefront of all the craft brewing. I mean, back then in 1980, their whole program changed when Cascade hops became available. That was their big kickoff to the pale ale. That was their signature that cinched them in the original.
So is that when he got started with brewing beer?
Yes. Well, his company started in 1980. Okay. He actually got started back in 1969. Now, Ken, back in 1969, bought his first home brew kit. Well, he had to hide it out in the shed from his mom because he was a teenager.
Oh, okay. How does that work?
So I just thought that was awesome. I mean, I guess when he was a toddler, he was one of those guys that he didn't sit still. He took stuff apart, whether it's a toaster, washer, dryer, whatever. He just tinkered with things. And so he originally, when they started their company in 1980, he actually built it himself from an old dairy equipment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was impressive in itself.
Yeah. So Charlie, let's go ahead and crack this thing open and see what we got.
Yeah, let's check it out. Now look at the label on that. What do you think about it?
That's cool. Is that a photograph? I think it is, isn't it? I don't know.
It's hard to tell. I think it's more artistic than photographic. But anyway, we'll have Big Al pull up the pictures. You can see it. It's unique. I like it because it's plain enough, but it stands out.
Yeah.
I mean, I like how the Sierra Nevada's in bright colors, so it just jumps out at you.
I don't think there are any narwhals in Sierra Nevada.
No. I don't think on that coast there's the Arctic Ocean.
No,
I think it's probably a little bit north.
But it goes together.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And as long as they came up with the idea, that's all that matters.
So where's this? Where are they making this at?
Well, they originally started in 1980 in Chico, California. But in 2015, they actually, because of demand and supply and distribution, they actually opened a new brewery in Mills River, North Carolina.
So now they're on both.
They're on both coasts.
Sides of the.
So you got to give Sierra Nevada, talk about if you're going to attack the world, start on both coasts and work to the middle.
Yeah, we're getting it from both sides.
Right.
That's awesome.
And that's what works out good for us.
Yeah.
Now, the exciting thing about this is the 2020 Narwhal. Now, pre-2020, Sierra Nevada, this was almost like a test when it originally started. It was just
kind of seasonal or something.
Right. And what they did in small batches, limited distribution. But the article I read, starting this year, the Narwhal is officially year-round.
Is that right?
Yep, year-round beer.
Now, did I hear something about them aging this in barrels and they're going to like age it longer or something?
Yeah, I think they typically age it minimum of 10 months. And so you think about doing a beer year-round that has to age for 10 months. There's a big warehouse somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to be.
With
yeah.
lots and lots of Narwhal in it.
No doubt.
So, but anyway, that's exciting, and hopefully that's the case. Hopefully the article I read was accurate and that it is going to be a year-round beer.
Well, what do you think? Should we just crack it open and try it out?
Oh, let's do it. I'm about to perish from the thirst. Man, it's been so long since we've got to do this.
Oh yeah, hits. I got it.
Woo! Way to go.
It's been a long time since I got one of those.
Yeah, it's been a long time since man, look at the color of that. Yeah, it's been a long time since we get to flip a cap.
So there's not much of a head on that. I'm assuming there's a high alcohol content.
It's running 10.2.
10.2.
Wow, check out the smell of that.
Very malty.
It is very malty.
Nice.
But it's pleasant. It's a very sweet malt.
Yeah.
What do you think on our scale?
Probably just a 1.
Yeah, I think that's pretty average.
Yeah.
But boy, it's very good.
Kind of mild.
I'm just jumping in and
He
drinking.
didn't cringe. That's good.
Wow.
Wow, that's really good. I still get that malt
Yeah.
flavor.
But it's very complex.
Mm-hmm.
I think on our scale, that's definitely complex. I think with the alcohol content too, that's probably sipper.
I'm tasting that alcohol a little bit.
Yeah.
So as far as sweet to bitter, probably a 2.
Yeah, that's probably 2. I mean, that's definitely above our typical, what we consider a lager flavor.
So Charlie, do we have any idea what's in this beer?
Yeah, Big Al, this is a very complex beer. I mean, we've got 2-row pale malt, caramelized malts, chocolate malt, Carafa 3 malt, honey malt, roasted barley malt. We have Cascade hops, Magnum hops, Equinox hops, and ale yeast. I'm getting very little bitter notes.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is surprising.
It's a little chocolatey, but
yeah. And I think that how they balance that chocolate and that alcohol, that's very, very good. That's very balanced.
So this would be a great, for our categories, this would be a great dessert beer. I mean,
yeah.
This is
I think
a sipper because you can't.
No, you're not going to guzzle this one. I mean, you could, but
yeah. Well, you
wouldn't make it. You wouldn't make it very far.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely dessert. I think that's sweet enough after. I'll think of that after a cookout, a steak meal, sitting down, big old stuffed baked potato. Oh my gosh.
So you got a sipper, you got a dessert beer, and like you mentioned earlier, complex.
Yeah, very complex beer.
Yeah. That's probably the categories this falls into, which gives people a bit better idea what this is like.
I just that flavor, and there's a little. You get a little smoky to it.
Oh yeah.
But it's definitely rich. Well, Big Al,
Charlie,
what do you think of this one overall?
I'm gonna say this is way up there. I mean, I'm tempted to give it a 5.
I think it's definitely a 5. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a stout that has that much to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like most of the stouts we have. They've either got a little sweetness to them or a little bitterness to them. But this one's got, between the sweet, the bitter, the alcohol, and that smokiness, man, that's a nice balanced beer. Well, Big Al?
Yeah, Charlie.
Here's to God, guns, and rock and roll.
Amen.
Hey.
Very nice.
Oh, that is a good beer.
Yes, we gotta probably crack another one of these.
Oh, we're gonna have to.
Yeah. I'm glad you joined us. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did making it. And don't forget, I'm Big Al.
I'm Charlie.
Till next time. That deer in the
headlight leg, like,
what do we do? So today we have another beer coming out of Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Now we've done some Sierra Nevada. Okay. So today we have another beer coming out of Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Did I say that okay? I'll do it again because I felt like I tripped over it. Okay. And if you don't like it,